What up? It's your boy Money Mark coming at you guys on the newly renamed Drop Alert Podcast, the Drop Alert Podcast, aka the TDA. I appreciate you guys jumping in here with me today. Let's get it in. So in this edition, we're gonna talk about, well, I guess you guys saw the thumbnails, these prices. Okay, so guys, look. Nike just recently released that they're going to now have or attach a $10 pay increase or a charge on the Jordan 1 sneaker brand. The Jordan 1 silhouette primarily has always been the most cost affordable of the selections. I mean, typically speaking, even in the more advanced Jordans, typically speaking, the price points on those were a little bit higher than, I guess, the average. Usually you're in that $200 range with a lot of the other silhouettes. Jordan 1s have kind of remained in that $170 price point as of late. I mean, obviously speaking, I mean, if we're gonna go back into time when, they were like, around that closer to that $100 mark, obviously you see there's been increases over the course of time. Now, personally speaking, wow, right? Wow. But, primarily what's happening essentially from the article that basically took from Sneaker News, what we're seeing here is the logistical issues that are happening that are plaguing the logistic market in general is primarily the reason why this price point is happening essentially. As you continue to get these bottlenecks that continue to happen all across the globe essentially, and as we're starting to see more and more delays, businesses are having to pay more and more money to make sure that those delays do not happen. Essentially, when you're dealing with Nike, one of the big things, you can't necessarily have delays essentially, especially when you're announcing your sneaker. With so much fanfare when it comes down to these sneakers, man, you gotta have our stuff on time. You hear me? You hear me? Especially if you find a way to pre-order and you don't get your shoes on time. Like, who's trying to deal with that? So primarily, this is what is causing the $10 price hike. In my personal opinion, I look at that and I go, a $10 price hike. I'm honestly wondering, if that's the case, then what are we gonna get in response to that? If Jordan 1 starts creeping towards that $200 price point, I'm gonna need maybe some guarantees on, I don't know, the stock, maybe the ability to buy some of these shoes. Essentially speaking, in my personal opinion, when I saw the $10 price hike, I was kind of looking like, y'all boys is wilding. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, I mean, like, I get it. You have a business, you got to do your thing, but we got to do our thing too. We over here trying to make our moves happen, and we're over here paying resale because there's not enough product in it. There's not enough product in the market, or the bots are just consuming everything. It just seems a little weird. But at the end of the day, this is the game. This is the sneaker game. So I totally understand. It is what it is. You guys let me know in the comment box how you guys feel about the price hike of the Jordan 1s. The price hike is scheduled to commence in the months of October with the reimagined Chicago, Jordan 1 Chicago, set to drop in October. Those are going to be the first releases so far that are set to hit that new 180 price point. That was definitely a shoe I was actually thinking about seeing if I can get my hands on. So guys, just be aware that is coming down the pipeline. The funny thing about these price hikes, and it comes down to these shoes, especially Jordans, people just kind of pay the market value and they just don't really ever, I think gradually these shoes have gone, like I said, these shoes originally were kind of around that $100 price point, and now they're almost close to $200. This specific shoe we're talking about in general. So, people are still copying, we're still buying, and the hype culture essentially is probably gonna aid to allowing and shielding the negative, press or feelings about this. But guys, let me know in the comments what you think. How do you feel about this? You ready to pay that 180 for your Jordans? I don't know if I necessarily am. I don't know if I'm going to go to Adidas or Diodora or anything crazy like that, but I don't know if I'm ready to pay for that. I don't know. I mean, I might just go back to going to Plato's Closet and restore. And as you see, I got the restore kit right here, I'm working on my project. So maybe I'm going to do that. Who knows? But guys, let me know in the comments. Let me always like, share, subscribe. This is your Money Mark signing off from the Drop Alert Podcast, aka the TDA. Peace, guys.